welcome to Elite Weather Forecasting. Dooley Godot here with you once again. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday out there and that your plans work out without a hitch and you have a good day on Sunday. I'm going to get you ready for the rest of the weekend we're going to talk about, and I'm going to prepare you for the week coming up. And we're going to talk about the severe weather out there, and I'm going to show you something interesting as far as the tropics is concerned. So maybe might be something to talk about in the future here as far as the tropics as we move in through the month of May and get toward the end of the month. Something interesting that might pop up in the forecast there. Our city of the day is the lovely city of Atlanta. It's a Saturday, right? So I don't know if you guys can see it in the map on the screen here in the camera, but if you look at this is I-85 going through Atlanta. Look at the traffic on a Saturday. So you got ridiculous traffic in Atlanta because everybody talk about the airport and they talk about the traffic on 85 and 75 and I think 285. They also complain about the traffic. You're looking at 81 degrees out there, so it's a beautiful, warm, sunny afternoon. A few puffy cumulus clouds. Also, maybe a stray shower or a thunderstorm might swing through your area later on this evening. But your 5-day forecast is up here, and you're going to see those temperatures hit the upper 80s through the rest of the week, low 90s as you get out there towards maybe Wednesday or Thursday. You'll see that 92 degrees, but it will be partly to mostly sunny. You're going to see that mostly sunny skies out there for your Tuesday and Sunday and Monday. Maybe a cloud or showers and thunderstorms, and those temperatures in the mid 80s. So that's what you're going to be seeing for your city of the day. For you folks out there in Atlanta and Magic City, we don't want to talk about that. But anyway, so beautiful city of Atlanta, crazy city of Atlanta, of course. It just reminds me of the Freaknik days back in the 90s. That's a black name. If you're black, you know what I'm talking about. The city of Atlanta. Oh boy, it's chocolate city right there. So anyway, keep it professional here. We're going to keep it pushing and move right along to that national radar. I'm going to show you where all the severe thunderstorms are right now. Okay, so here we are looking at the national radar. All the action is on this side, so we're going to stand over here so you guys can see what's going on. And we do have this area right here in parts of Missouri and Arkansas. So you're seeing the Ozarks right in here. This is exactly where the Ozarks are, getting hit with those thunderstorms this afternoon. So we got Branson, Missouri right there, Springfield, Missouri here. So you guys are going to be seeing those strong, the severe thunderstorms this afternoon. And your main threat is going to be large hail and damaging winds out there. Tornado threat with this activity is going to be low because we don't have that low level circulation to spur those tornadoes on. And we are also looking at some severe weather here through the Midwest area of Indiana. So we got Indianapolis right there that's seeing those showers and thunderstorms. Some of those going to be strong to severe, as well as up into Michigan. Detroit here seeing those showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. And we do have a little bit of thunderstorm activity here coming into southeastern. We got southeastern Minnesota. Oh, no, I'm way out. Let me stand over here where it's going to be a little bit easier to point. And here we got southeastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin seeing some afternoon thunderstorms. I actually took some pictures of the storms to the east of my area, of those storms that were building up this afternoon. You can see them on Facebook if you go into my Facebook page there. The link is in the bio, in the description of this video. And you can see those thunderstorms as they're developing here over southeastern Minnesota and the state of Wisconsin, western Wisconsin there. Some non-severe thunderstorms. There are beautiful clouds out there that we have here across the northern plains. And then there are some more showers here across the northeast as well as the mid-Atlantic states. The Piedmont area here in North Carolina and South Carolina, we're seeing some showers and thunderstorms as well, all the way down into the Jacksonville. We got the east coast of Florida, Cape Canaveral, Orlando, Tampa, St. Petersburg, and on down to Miami, Fort Lauderdale. You're seeing those showers and thunderstorms coming off of the sea breeze, as we do have a frontal boundary out here, and the high pressure out here, the Bermuda High, is funneling in some of those showers off the east coast of the Atlantic there. And here we are, we have a dry line sitting out here across West Texas and the Western Plains. So we're going to be seeing these dry line thunderstorms popping up this afternoon. And these guys are just getting started. They're going to blossom like big flowers out here across Texas and the Western Plains, the high plains into Kansas and Nebraska, all the way down here through Oklahoma and Texas. You're going to see these guys, like these big 50,000 foot cloud tops are going to be blowing up this afternoon with these showers and thunderstorms. And these guys are pretty to look at. They're going to be elevated, so the base is going to be high up. And so you're going to be seeing those stovepipe tornadoes and rope tornadoes from these guys out here. The large baseball-sized hail. These are the big hailers you often see out there. You see a lot of video of. So that's that action going on down there across South Texas, all the way up into the Central Plains states. The desert Southwest is dry and clear as usual. We got some showers, maybe some storms here across the Pacific Northwest this evening right now for your Saturday evening. So it's cold enough to snow in some of these locations through Cody, Wyoming, and Jackson Hole, parts of Missoula, Montana, Butte. So some of these areas in western Montana, out there with the Isaac Walton Inn up there in the Marriotts Pass, the Washington area. Here we have the Columbia River Gorge area, the Columbia River Valley, and Spokane. Might see some showers, maybe some snowflakes in the high elevations above 9,000 feet this evening. So still a few showers out there. We're still talking about snow through mid-May, okay? So, but that's only out in the mountains. So right now, let's move on to the forecast, and I'm going to show you those interesting things that we alluded to earlier, and we're going to take a look at your local forecasts. All right. All right, so let's take a look at some of those things that's going on out there. And the first thing we're going to look at is our watches and warnings that are posted right now by the National Weather Service. We have high wind watch in effect here across the northern plains of the Dakotas, as well as parts of Montana, as we have that low pressure center just to the north of you in Canada there. And it's got a really tight isobar, so we're seeing those 40-mile-per-hour winds here across the northern plains. So you are dealing with that out there, a lot of wind, blowing wind, and all the snow has melted, so at least you're not dealing with blowing snow, so no blizzard conditions. But you can see a lot of dust blowing around out there. And there's video of a haboob that occurred here in this area. Here we had a couple days ago a thunderstorm kick up of haboob with tons of dust here in northern Iowa and Nebraska and the South Dakota area. It reminded me of that movie Interstellar. Remember the scene in the beginning there where they would have all the dust? So that's what that kind of looked like there, those scenes from Interstellar, or maybe the Dust Bowl days in the 1920s and 30s, so down here in the southern plains. But we are looking at red flag situation out here across the parts of the high plains of Colorado, as well as New Mexico, and down in Arizona. We're going to be looking at heat issues out here in Phoenix and Tucson, as we're dealing with those temperatures in about 105, 106 degrees in that region. So you have your heat warnings here, and we have our red flags here through the high plains of Colorado and New Mexico, above Santa Fe and Albuquerque. So you have that, and you have their ozone issue out here in Texas. So there is some air quality issues, and that is pretty much about it that's going on across the country. So it's not crazy today. No tornado watches or severe thunderstorms right now. None of that's taking place, at least at the time where I created this map. Or put this map up. It could have changed in that time here. Let's adjust here. So that is a look at the watches and warnings right now. So overall, it's a fairly quiet day across the nation. Here's our weather update we got coming up here, and here is our maps. This is our synoptic outlook for us right now, and we have this here a little bit cooler. We saw those 90s earlier in the week. Now we're down into the 70s We have a couple cold fronts that we're dealing with. We had this cold front come through, which brought all our severe weather here to the northern plains a couple days ago. Now this frontal boundary is spreading showers and some storms here through into the northeast, the mid-Atlantic, the Piedmont. We got this area in the Carolinas, as well as the Tennessee Valley, the Ohio Valley. We have the Great Lakes the eastern Great Lakes that's going to be seeing some showers and thunderstorms, or at least you are seeing showers and thunderstorms today. Into Indiana, we're seeing a big area of showers and thunderstorms down into the Ozarks as well as the dirty South down here into Mississippi and Alabama, as well also along the Gulf Coast here, the east coast of Florida. Going to be seeing some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. And we have this area of low pressure here across the northern Rockies that's spreading some snow in the higher elevations. Showers and thunderstorms down in the valleys. Also a little bit of rain from this frontal boundary that's coming onshore for Seattle and the Portland area. The Cascade Mountains also going to be seeing some showers, some snow in highest elevations up there. So from this little guy that's coming on shore, and we have this guy that's moving through the Central Plains, and that low pressure center is lifting way up into Canada, and we're going to be seeing those winds on the bottom side of that low pressure center here across the northern plains. So we may be seeing some showers in that region over there this afternoon here across the northern plains, as the southern periphery of that area of low pressure might be able to send down a shower or so out of Canada. Here is what our Sunday is going to look like. We have this frontal boundary through the Great Lakes here up to that low pressure center, moving it further into Canada, and this frontal boundary is going to spread there's a secondary trough of low pressure right in here through the Missouri and Iowa, as well as Nebraska and Kansas. So we're going to have an area of showers and thunderstorms develop here tomorrow afternoon. More showers along the Gulf Coast, as well as southeastern Florida down there, Miami-Dade County, and the Florida Keys, Marathon Key, Key Largo down there. May see some showers and storms come in off of the sea breeze. Another area of rainfall is going to be possible here in the northeast for the interior portions along the St. Lawrence River here and the Lake Ontario and Lake Erie here. So you're going to be seeing those showers and storms for this area down through Virginia, as well as into Tennessee, western North Carolina, northwestern South Carolina. So you're going to be seeing some showers and storms, maybe a few storms here along the Gulf Coast, and showers and some rain here across the Pacific Northwest, Seattle and Portland. Once again, more rain for you folks, as it's going to be quite wet up there towards the Seattle area. Here is what your Monday is going to look like. So Monday, things get a little bit interesting, and we can see some severe weather here in the Northeast. So we got New York, Pennsylvania, as well as maybe down into New Jersey as well. Could be seeing some severe weather for your Monday. And we're going to see this frontal boundary extend down into the southeast. So right along the spine of the Appalachians, through Appalachia here, through Tennessee and Kentucky, West Virginia as well. Some severe thunderstorms along the western side of the Appalachians down into Alabama and Mississippi. You guys can see some strong to severe thunderstorms for your Monday. So that was a look at the synopsis for your forecast here. Now here's our severe weather. Here's our severe weather outlook for today. We will be seeing that slight risk for severe thunderstorms in through the Nebraska and Kansas area here. We're going to have our marginal risk that's going to extend into parts of Missouri and Iowa and over Nebraska and Kansas and down through Texas, where we have this dry line. We have a little bit of low pressure right here, and we have a dry line extending into northern Mexico, and it's along this dry line we have that marginal risk for severe thunderstorms, and this is going to be those hailers and those elevated storms that I talked about a little bit ago. And that secondary front that's out here across the southeast, so we're talking about Louisiana, western Mississippi, Arkansas, southern Missouri, into western Tennessee, western Kentucky, most of Indiana, western Ohio, eastern Michigan. This is the marginal risk for severe thunderstorms this afternoon. We're already seeing thunderstorms through this area here into Michigan as well as Indiana. Indianapolis, you're getting a thunderstorm right now as we speak. So you're seeing that severe weather as well, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of severe warnings yet on the radar. But this is where our severe weather is likely to occur today. Here's what we're going to be seeing for your Sunday. A little bit more as far as the slight risk is concerned through the Ozarks here, as well as parts of Oklahoma and Kansas into southern Illinois. We're talking southern Indiana, southwestern Ohio. We have northwestern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, northwestern Minnesota, northern Louisiana. So we're going to be dealing with a large area of that slight risk for severe thunderstorms, large hail, damaging winds. Tornado threat is going to be rather low, and flooding concerns are going to be minimal as well. And we do have that marginal risk for severe weather that's going to extend into Pennsylvania, parts of upstate New York. We're talking Virginia, West Virginia, down through eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee. You're going to be dealing with that. Northern Alabama, central Mississippi, central Louisiana, northeast Texas, eastern Oklahoma, eastern Kansas, as well as going to be dealing with this marginal risk for severe weather. And then we're going to have general non-severe thunderstorms across eastern Virginia, eastern North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, the southern two-thirds of Alabama, the southern third of Mississippi, southern Louisiana, as well as the entire state of Florida is going to be dealing with them non-severe thunderstorms. We're going to see non-severe thunderstorms through Iowa, Wisconsin, northern Michigan, the southern two-thirds of Minnesota, southeastern South Dakota, eastern Nebraska, as well as northeastern Kansas. Non-severe thunderstorms through parts of, we have northeastern, central, and northwestern Colorado, eastern Wyoming, southern Idaho. Marginal risk here through central Idaho, northwestern Oregon, southeastern, which we have northeastern Oregon, southeastern Washington, and northern Nevada here. And non-severe thunderstorms are slight risk through this region. How about my geography skills? Shout out to me for knowing my geography. All right. And so that's what our Sunday is going to look like. Let's talk about Monday. Woo, it took a lot to get all of that out. So here we are with our slight risk moves down to the northeast. So we got the mid-Atlantic states, New England, going to be dealing with that slight risk for severe weather. Tornado threat is going to be low. Large hail and damaging winds going to be primary issues, as well as down here through the Steel Country, down into the Tennessee Valley here, the south here, Atlanta, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. You guys are going to be dealing with that marginal risk. Alabama as well, that marginal risk. So we're going to see thunderstorms across the entire eastern seaboard here, down into Florida. And we're going to see more thunderstorms back here through the high plains, down into the southern plains into Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Washington as well. Going to be dealing with some non-severe thunderstorms for your Monday. All right, so as we take a look at the Cape, this is our Cape for this afternoon. So we're seeing our area that we can see the worst thunderstorms here through the Ozarks. So we're talking about some good, strong 3,000 joule Cape here. So a lot of energy for this area. The northern sections, you're going to be dealing with the low pressure center. So you're going to have a trigger, even though you have less Cape, you're going to have better forcing here across Indiana and Michigan. So you don't need as much Cape as these guys do across this area because you have more of a trigger than they do. So they need more Cape. So it'll be easier to get those storms initiated without as much of a trigger. They have that dry line that's going to be the focus for this region here to spark any thunderstorms. Here's what we're going to be seeing tomorrow. That higher cape moves into the Ozarks. So in the Ozarks, you're going to have that higher cape, but you will have a trigger to help spark some of those thunderstorms for your area. So we got good 3,000, 4,000 joule kilogram cape here. So a lot of energy to work with as well as trigger. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue to get those storms going. We're going to take a look at the SIN now. So here's the SIN for tonight that we're going to be seeing for your Saturday. And our SIN is our convective inhibition. So right now we got a little bit of cape here across Wisconsin. That even though we got those storms firing, so they did manage to fire off those storms here. We could, despite of the stronger cape here in Minnesota and Wisconsin, we are seeing storms develop down there. So it did manage to get through that cape today that we're seeing. And we have that strong cape down here in Texas where we have our dry line, but that should be enough to get those storms. They're already starting to form down there, so that they're breaking through that cap as we speak. They're breaking through the cap down here across southern Texas. Here's what we're going to be seeing for your Sunday. Again, strong cap down here toward the south and southern plains into the upper Midwest. We got a little bit of cap going on, so we got more SIN up here, so it should be able to break. So it's going to be a lot here. Now, the cap here is to the west of the Ozarks. This is where our stronger storms are expected to fire off tomorrow. There is a little bit of cape here. Cape, I keep saying cape, but I mean cap. There's a little bit of capping here, so it's going to have to break through this cap. But because we do have an area of low, a weak short wave that's going to be in the area, it should be just enough to break through the capping in the atmosphere for your Sunday. Here's what we're going to see for your Monday. A much stronger cap here across the southern plains through Oklahoma and Texas. We're going to see a lot of cap. But look, here's where our severe weather is going to be for Monday. Not much cap to deal with because we have a lot of triggers up here that can spark those thunderstorms. So we're not dealing with strong capping. So it's not going to be a whole lot to prevent those thunderstorms from forming on Monday across the Northeast. So that is a look at that. So now we're going to talk about those areas that are going to be at most at risk for severe weather. And this evening we are talking about here across Indiana. We've got Indiana and Ohio here, parts of Virginia, parts of Kentucky as well, and Illinois. We're dealing with this slight risk for severe thunderstorms. And here we got that marginal risk in the dark green for this afternoon. So this is where we're going to be seeing those damaging winds and large hail. So that's what's going on for you folks out there in Indianapolis. So if you're currently seeing those severe thunderstorms right now, or at least you're seeing strong thunderstorms. I haven't seen as yet that any severe warnings is posted. I'll have to go back and check and see what's going on for your area. But I do know you're dealing with those thunderstorms right now this afternoon. Here's what we're going to be seeing for St. Louis tomorrow. So St. Louis, you're going to be dealing with for your Sunday. You guys are going to be under the gun for some of that severe weather as well. So you're going to be dealing with large hail and damaging winds. The tornado threat is going to be low. So here we go. We got those storms could originate over the plains and track southeast through Missouri, as well as the potential for severe storms is forecast to peak Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. And those hazards and those uncertainties will be moisture availability and storm evolution remain uncertain, which will impact severe potential. If severe storms materialize, so you have a conditional threat for severe, you have conditional severe weather potential tomorrow. So if the storms develop, materialize, the main threats is going to be damaging winds and large hail. Like I said before, tornado threat is going to be low. So pay close attention to the forecast and updates. So pay attention to me and those in the National Weather Service and your local television and radio. So for those latest updates, all right? And here's what we're going to see on Sunday evening for the state of Missouri. So we got to have that that large hail is going to be medium, large hail and damaging winds. But look at this. Your tornado threat is going to be low, and flash flooding is going to be low as well. But the tornado threat is going to be the least of your problems for your Sunday night between 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Sunday. So that's going to be an early in the day. We do have our enhanced risk for severe weather down here in Springfield, and we have Branson down there. So for all the folks visiting, so please pay attention to the weather conditions, as you could have a severe storm about midday for your Sunday. All right, here we are as we take a look at the same area Sunday evening. We're going to be dealing with that severe threat. Now that enhanced risk goes away. Now we have that slight risk. And again, the main threat is going to be large wind, large hail, and damaging winds, and some localized flooding from heavy rainfall. But that tornado threat, again, is going to be minimal to negligible for your Sunday afternoon. So that was a look at the severe weather issues going on for your Sunday and this weekend. Here we are with the tropical update. So in the immediate future, nothing is expected here across the tropics. We have the intertropical convergence zone here. This is Cape Verde, Africa. So there's that moisture coming off of the Cape Verde Islands there. And the Gulf of Mexico is clear right now. This area off the southeast is clear all the way out to here. We have this extratropical frontal boundary, extratropical system here that's going to be tracking across the Atlantic, heading towards Great Britain, right? And here we are with the Pacific side. We do have this guy out here. This is extratropical, not tropical in nature, not going to develop into anything tropical. It's going to slowly move out back towards Hawaii, going to spread some rainfall, maybe some showers in the Hawaii. And believe it or not, parts of Hawaii are dealing with drought conditions. Can you believe it? A tropical island dealing with drought conditions? Yep. So maybe they can get some beneficial rainfall as this guy moves closer to the Hawaiian Islands. But it's not going to develop to any tropical storms or depressions or anything. Here's what we're going to be seeing out there towards Hawaii. Again, we got this area of moisture here. It's going to spread some rainfall here along the northeastern parts of the islands. It's this area here that's dealing with the drought. Maybe on the Big Island here in the southwestern portion has been dealing with drought conditions, as well as in Waikiki and Honolulu, in Maui and Kauai have been dealing with some drought conditions. So maybe you'll get a little bit of rainfall from this area of low pressure here, as it kind of is going to rotate around and drift a little bit more toward the southeast, but no tropical storms or depression from this. Now, I want to show you something. What do you see down there? Right there. Now this we're talking about. Now look at what the date this is. This is what? We're talking the 25th of May. This is the GFS model run, okay? Now, I've been seeing this guy pop up here, I would say the last 4 or 5 model runs for the GFS. And this has popped up. When I first saw it, it went this way. It stayed down here and went into Mexico. Now it's going into the U.S. Look at this. This is Florida. Gulf Coast, Florida Panhandle, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. This is about, we're digging out the 26th. Look at it now. Look at it. This is just what the GFS is hinting at. So, but it's been consistent though. That's the problem. It's been consistent in the last 5 or 6 model runs. I've been seeing it for the last day or two. So it's been very persistent. And in fact, it's deepening it to a 9.6. Let's go back a day. Let's go back a day. It's deepening it to a 965 millibar low, 967, right? So now as it moves closer into Florida, it kind of weakens a little bit, but it does max at, I wanted to pause it at where I saw the lowest pressure at 967. So potentially a tropical storm or hurricane could affect the southeast here about the 25th or 26th of May. 4 or 5 days before the official start of the hurricane season. Now, I don't want to look like a fool here. This is just fun and laughs right now because that is a long ways away. The accuracy goes way down that far out. We don't really want to rely on anything over than 4 or 5 days, all right? This is what? The 26th is what? What's the day? 14th? So this is about 12, 13 days out away from now. So, but yeah, the fact that it's continuing to show this guy and the conditions probably are favorable for the tropical development because of the Bermuda high is amplified right now. So we're seeing calm conditions. We've been seeing very calm conditions across the Gulf of Mexico. And this is typically where things start off in the tropical season. We usually start off here, the Gulf of Mexico, the Florida Straits, down here by Cuba, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, the Western Caribbean. We tend to see the initial start of the tropical activity in early June down in that area. So it's no surprise, but it is a little bit early. But we do expect the average, a busier than average tropical season here in the Atlantic Basin. So that is just something to keep in mind and keep an eye out for. I'll keep tracking it and keep monitoring the future model runs for the GFS, and I'm seeing it in the Euro. Well, I'm sorry, I'm telling a lie there because the Euro doesn't go that far out. But I'm seeing it in the ensemble, is what I mean. The ensemble, I'm also seeing this thing as well. So maybe we'll have to see. But it's kind of funny and interesting to know that that's there. So let's go on to our weather forecast. And here's what we're going to see on the ground for your Saturday. Here's what we're seeing today. Oh no, actually, I think this is Sunday. Yeah, this is Sunday. This is tomorrow. All right, so here's we're going to have that a lot of wet weather here along the eastern seaboard here, the northeast, the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, upper Midwest. Going to be dealing with showers and thunderstorms for your Sunday. You're going to see showers and thunderstorms all the way down through the Piedmont, the southeast, Florida, as well as the Ozarks, showers and thunderstorms. Showers and storms here across the northwest. We got the northern Rockies, the Front Range, the Pacific Northwest, going to be seeing rain showers. No thunderstorms for the Pacific Northwest. But we can see thunderstorms here along the Front Range. All right? And we're going to see dry conditions. Fog in Southern California, low clouds and fog in the morning. That will burn off in the early afternoon. But we're going to see a lot of dry conditions through the northern plains, central and southern plains, and the desert southwest. Now, this kind moves a little bit out into the northern plains, starts to spread a little bit more thunderstorms for your Monday here across the northern plains, the Front Range, the high plains of Montana and Wyoming, eastern Colorado. Some thunderstorms possible for this area. You can also see some isolated severe. And we're going to have our severe weather here across the northeast for your Monday as well. We're going to see that slight risk for severe weather. And we're going to see some thunderstorms here along the Piedmont area of the Carolinas and far south Florida. We're going to be seeing those thunderstorms as well. Dry conditions through the Midwest and most of the southeast. Also going to be dry in the desert southwest all the way to the Pacific Northwest. You actually get a dry day for your Monday through Seattle and Portland, San Francisco, LA, San Diego, Phoenix, Tucson, Salt Lake City, Denver. All you guys are going to see a nice day for your Monday with pleasant temperatures, except down in Phoenix where it could be 105 degrees. And here's a look at our temperatures since we're talking about how hot it's going to be down in Phoenix. Here we are going to be looking at that 106 in Phoenix, 105 in Tucson. It's certainly baking down there, and we're going to see those low 100s into Texas. Right here, it's going to be a little bit cooler in San Angelo because of your thunderstorms that you're seeing. So you're seeing a 96 because of of the potential for storms. So you got clouds out there keeping you a little bit cooler. But we're seeing that hot around here in Texas. We're seeing it hot in the southeast. It's near 90 through all of this, and we have 80s in the northeast. So we got summer-like temperatures here in the northeast, the southeast, down into Florida. We're looking at 90s in Tampa, St. Petersburg, Orlando, and Jacksonville as well. We're looking at those temperatures about 92 degrees. And we're seeing these 70s here across the northern plains and the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. We're looking at 70s all over this area for your Sunday and for Monday as well. We fall off a little bit here across the northern plains. We're going to see those temperatures in the upper 60s. And we're going to see 70s along the Front Range. We will see those 60s and 70s through the northern Rockies, the Pacific Northwest, the far northwestern corner there. We're going to see the upper 50s and low 60s, but we will hop into those upper 80s and 90s through the Central Valley in California. We're going to see those low 100s across the desert Southwest. We're going to see a little bit cooling here across parts of West Texas into the 90s. But we will see a 101 in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, 101 in San Antonio, 95 in Houston. New Orleans is going to see a high of 90. You're going to be 91 down there in Tampa, St. Petersburg, 91 in Orlando. Atlanta is going to see a high of 91 degrees. We're going to see a high temperature of 91 in Charleston, South Carolina. We're going to see 89 in Charlotte. We're going to see 87 in Washington, D.C., 88 in Baltimore, and as we move up into New York City, you're going to see those temperatures in the mid-80s. So we're going to see continued warm weather here into the mid-Atlantic, but you are going to get a little bit cooler here across the northeast and the interior portion as you fall back from the 80s into the upper 60s and lower 70s. We're going to see those 60s here across the Great Lakes area into Michigan, Wisconsin. You're going to see those temperatures 67 for your high in Minneapolis. You will see that high temperature of 69 in Green Bay as well, 71 for Chicago. All right, so you're looking at pretty decent weather for the most part. Not too bad on the severe weather. At least tornadoes aren't going to be a big issue over the next few days. You will have to deal with some hail, maybe some 1-inch diameter hail, some 60+ mile per hour winds or upper 55, 58 mile per hour winds. So not too bad, all things considered, as to what we can see this time of the year, especially across the central and southern plains. You guys are going to be fairly quiet for right now. Maybe some dry line thunderstorms down there in South Texas. All right, so thanks you guys for watching. My name is Julie Godot. That was another weather forecast, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you feel so inclined, please leave your like, your comments, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great day, and I hope you have a good rest of your weekend.